Hey there, it is Rachel, and my guess is if you are raising a child with big emotions, a child who feels things strongly, then you've noticed that they tend to look at the negative. Even when things could possibly go really well, they still tend to focus on that one thing that might not go well. So maybe you're saying to your child, hey, your birthday party's coming up, are you excited? And they say, no, I'm a little worried that not everyone's going to have fun. Or maybe it's the beginning of the school year and you say, hey, all of your friends are in your class. Isn't that great? And they say, yeah, but I'm worried that I'm not going to like my teacher. They tend to focus on the one thing that could go wrong. And this becomes disheartening to us as parents because we want our kids to be happy. And we think if they're focusing on the negative, they're not going to be happy. We also know that focusing on the positive tends to be correlated with better mental health. So we worry about this, and as a result, we tend to try to convince them to see things more positively. We'll say, no, of course everyone's going to have fun at your birthday party. They have this to do and this to do. Or we say, no, I've heard great things about your teacher. You should really focus on the fact that you have all of your friends. It's going to make this year great. We try to convince them to focus on the positive, but I want you to know it's not that easy for them to just change their perspective. There are actually a lot of reasons for this, but one of the reasons is that focusing on the negative is actually a protective mechanism for them. A lot of kids who feel things strongly feel a lot of uncomfortable feelings and they don't want to feel those feelings, so they're protecting themselves. So they're thinking, if I'm excited about my party and it doesn't go well, then I'm going to feel disappointed. But if I assume that things aren't going to go well and they don't go well, I don't have to deal with that feeling. They're actually trying to protect themselves from discomfort. So what do we do about that? What I will tell you is that we don't want to try to convince them out of their feelings. What we want to do instead is stay with them where they are. So you can say something like, well, what if kids at the party don't have fun? What do you think you'll do about that? Or what if you don't like your teacher? What do you want to do about that? Because when you actually stay with them where they are and teach them what to do about these feelings, the feelings become less scary for them. Now, in the long run, you do really want to teach them how to cope with uncomfortable feelings, but in the meantime, just try to remember, don't convince them out of their feelings. It's not going to help them. They're not going to just snap out of it. Instead, be with them where they are, because the more they realize that you can handle these uncomfortable feelings, the more they realize that they can handle these uncomfortable feelings, and then they don't have to protect themselves from them. So hopefully that helps you see how you can see their negative thoughts a little bit differently so you can support them in becoming more resilient in the future. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.